Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Kopshaw and today I'm playing again with Farm Simulator 25. And we're gonna have a look on two of my favorite mods of all time. I believe that you guys cannot skip any of these mods if you're playing Farm Simulator 25 or 22 on PC, because these are only available for PC players for now. So we are talking about Autodrive and Courseplay. Once again folks, you're gonna have to download both of them. You cannot skip one or the other because they are really working together. You can actually download them, you can run any of these mods without the others, but you will miss most of the features. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here now. So we're gonna start with Autodrive because I believe that's the easier part, and that's how I have to start it. So you can see this is my lovely base here. Let's say we are playing on actually one of the latest modded map. It's called, I don't know if I pronounce it in the right way, I think it's called Frashtrasche. Yeah, I know it was pretty shit. Anyway, it's a German map and it's absolutely spectacular, boys. So you can see these red balloons and the green lines. That's actually Autodrive, guys. So how you gonna turn on Autodrive? You're gonna press Alt and 0. That's your default, Alt and 0, and you're gonna press the record button on it. So that's how you start actually recording your path. That's what it is about. You're recording your path. You connect your whole entire route system, and then you can tell to your driver or or worker how to get from A to B, basically. So now we are recording a little route. You can see that I've already got some pre-recorded route here, and now what we do here, we just connecting them. So how you connecting them, how you do this whole thing? You press the middle mouse button. That's how you bring up your cursor. And you have to highlight your last little balloons, click left button and left button again, and you just connecting them. That's it, it's connected. So what are we actually doing here now? I'm gonna pick up a trailer, and let's pretend that I'm trying to fill up my trailer with hay from this hay loft here. So you have to set up an actual stopping point to your helper where you wanna you basically have to position your tractor underneath that little pipe over there. So what's happening here now? You can see that I'm trying to figuring out where the pipe is. So I'm getting close to it, and now I have to press the middle mouse button, and then I will be able to move that around by pressing the left mouse button. You see, I can bring it closer. That's gonna be my point. So now we're gonna have to click on the Autodrive little system on our right hand side there, where we positioned, and that's the third one over there, guys. You see? So now you're gonna have to give a name, whatever your name you wanna give, doesn't matter now. There we go. So that's gonna be our point. This is what we can tell to our driver where to get to. So let's have a test on our little track that we just created here. Go back to the starting point, and we're gonna select that. So you're gonna press the middle button again, and then you select whatever name you're given. In my case it's the Hail of 2 out. So let's see if it does it well, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna do that well because we've got massive space to get in here, and it's gonna get right on the top of our point. So you can see it's gonna work. There's nothing in the Hail of right now, so we can't test it out, but it's going to work because it's underneath. So let's send this bad boy back to the base, and let me show you something else here right now. So what you can also do, you can record, of course, how to park your tractor into your hangar or your whatever you call it, parking space, wherever you want to park your vehicle. I've already pre-made this, pre-recorded. I don't want it to bore you guys with this. You just have to record the same thing, how you want to get into, where you want to get into, and it's simple. This is a quite large garage here, so our worker has a quite easy job to do here. And there we go. And actually, a woman driver. I just noticed that. She's pretty good. Yeah, that's it. It's parked. It's fucking parked. You can see that's the course that I recorded. Basically, you just go up there and reverse back. That's it. Okay, so let's see Courseplay now, folks. Courseplay, and of course together with Autodrive. So this is my lovely farm here, my lovely calf barn, and actually this is a modded car barn. Massive, absolutely fucking massive building. I can't tell you right now how many cows you can put in because I already extended the field of that. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna start to play with Courseplay with my lovely mower here. So how you set up, you're gonna have to press del, so the delete button that brings up the Courseplay menu, and here you have to click on no course because that's how you bring up the menu. That's the easiest way, I believe so. So our field is already selected because we are already on, but you can see if you click on select field, you can select whatever field you want, and then your actually worker make its own way to get to the field, but that's a difficult way. So you can see the width of the working width, that's absolutely fine because it's set it up default. And we're gonna work with headlands, folks, because that's what I recommend to do, especially when you have trees around the field. That's fucking important to do the headlands. And what we do there, we are gonna deactivate that function, right? The sharpen headlands, because what this fucker trying to do if you don't deactivate the headlands is it's trying to do some maneuver where it's gonna be a problem where the tractor is trying to reverse, get around places, and just constantly hitting trees, and then it doesn't go anywhere. So I strongly suggest that to you to turn that off. So what it does then, it doesn't do reverse, it's just turning at the corners, which causing some problems for later on, which means some of the field is not going to get worked on a proper way, on a proper 100% way. But I still recommend to you to do this, mate. So now, as you can see, you can click on this this button there where you can see actually where the tractor gonna start, and you have to click on the first waypoint as well, where it starts, and play button. That's it. So now this fella is going to find the first waypoint of the field and start to work from there. In most of the cases, I recommend you guys to try to point the guy over there and bring it closer, so it's a bit easier for the fella. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Some people just don't like the fact that the fella is skipping the field or getting some time to get there. As you can see now, you see, because it's turning, it's skipping some part of the field. You can try to set up the turning there, but you can see that there are trees around there, man, and that's fucking disgusting, man. When it just stops, you don't want that. Okay, so let's see what's our next step. Let me show you what we're gonna do now. While our favorite worker here, John, let's call him John for now, trying to move my little field here. Well, that's pretty much what he's good for. Anyway, so let's leave John behind here, and I'll show you the next step, folks. This is our next field here. That I've already worked this field last night. So it's been moved, so the grass has been cut, and I've used my tether on it, so to make sure this is nice and dry. By the way, you don't need to use the tether for long hours and the day before or whatever. I'm just making up these stories, because once you use the tether, it's done. It's the grass became hay from that moment. So, and next, this is what we're gonna work on. This is our cornfield, and that's where I'm gonna bring up my lovely harvester, and we're gonna harvest that field with Autodrive and Courseplay together. So this is the carbon. Let's see how it is, because I haven't tested. So we can see that the tractor fit nicely. That's not gonna be a problem, and we have to do a right turn here, because what I'm trying to do on this farm here, a one-way system. So it's not gonna be it's not, you're not gonna have any fucking traffic jam, because trust me folks, I've had that in the past. It's a fucking nightmare, man, because you're expecting these guys to do the job and then they can't, and that's the whole point. That's the whole point, mate. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do next here. Let's leave our lovely helper here. Let's call him John. In this case, John. Lovely John is working on our fields. This is what we're good for. So let's have a look on this map for now. Okay, so this is the German map. Not gonna pronounce it again. And it's absolutely beautiful, because you see that's my kind of a field there. You can see that what are blues. That's what I bought, and it's massive. You can do proper multiplayer on it because it's 4 times bigger than the general map. So 4x map we're talking about. It's only available for PC players. So our next step here is we grabbed our Range Rover here, and we're gonna work on this field now with Courseplay. So we're gonna set up a field, set up a work. Fortunately, you see this tractor already had a work, so I had to delete that task. We have to do a new one. So click again on no course, bring up the menu. We are already on the field, so that we don't have to set up the field position. Working with the same, because I mean not the same, it's default, so it will set it up on its own. Headlands, it's important, guys. Again and again, you're gonna have to set up your headlands if you specifically have trees around your field, because that's just a nightmare. Okay, so we're gonna have at least three of the headlands, and the same setup that we have done up there with John. And we're gonna start this guy on the first waypoint. So while this guy is working on it, we're gonna go back to John and have a look at what's happened over there. You see, it's starting from the first, and nicely we're gonna have our lovely hay from this field, while John is working on the grass. So we got some grass from that field. By the way, we might not gonna get to John now and have a look on that, because we have to do something with this field here. So what really important is that it's a temporary course now, so we're gonna have to save this. We're gonna have to save this field. So first of all, we need to know what field is that. So you kind of wanna go back to the map and have a look. What is the field number? But anyway, so we go to the menu here, trying to save this. At the Courseplay section, and now just thinking about it, what's the number of the field? Well, we don't know. I don't know what's the field number. So let's go back. Let's go back again on the map. Yep, and that's what it is. That's my baby, field 54. So go again, click on the temporary course. Right, go on your menu. That is our saved ones. And we're gonna save the course as field 54, whatever you want to save it. It's better to have a nice system for that. So in this case, it's gonna be field 54, Range Rover, and it's there. So now you can see that there is no temporary course anymore. It's our 54 Range Rover field, which is really important, because now we're gonna have our next baby here with a trailer. So we're gonna load this course into this vehicle here. Click on it, temporary course. We have to delete the old one, of course, first. Temporary course, and we're gonna go to that menu there and select the 54 again and load it. It's done, task. And now you can see that tractor also has field 54 Range Rover, right? We have to select first waypoint again and press the play button, and what is gonna happen here, this lovely boy, this bad boy here, is gonna go back to the first waypoint that our first tractor has been set up with the Range Rover. I know that guy doesn't have a Range Rover, but how it works is basically it's recording the path behind the tractor. So it doesn't matter what you got behind, it's gonna use it. It's gonna use it on the way how it's supposed to use that specific trailer. So as you can see it now, our lovely one, what was his name? What's his name? Is Patrick? That was his name, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick is working on that now. So he's collecting our lovely hay, while the other fellow is working. So you can have 4 4 workers at the same field. Okay, 4 of them at the same time at this specific patch, because this is actually, this Courseplay, it's only 0.8, so it's not even the final version. They are still working on it and fixing bugs, man. These guys are fucking fantastic. They are working faster than a bigger companies. I mean, these guys are not even companies, they're just the folks. They are working on this after work. It's absolutely brilliant. Give some credit for these fellas when you download the Courseplay and Autodrive, because this is absolutely marvelous. Okay, so we get back to the other field where we got actually the grass that John has been working on. Have a look again. Headlands, we need the headlands because we know that we need the headlands because of the fucking trees up there, right? The headland corner sharpen is deactivated as we don't want them to do any fucking maneuver. This is nice. Okay, you can see that we got that. The headland works, the corners. So what you need to know about this, folks, because this guy doesn't do anything as a reversing. It's gonna miss. It's gonna miss some part of the fields. That's inevitable. Okay, there's nothing you can do about that. Okay, so this is Patrick here, right? That's what his name, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick. So we're gonna get Patrick back to feed our cow barn. So we don't have any pre-made course to this cow barn because we haven't done any yet. Set it up with Autodrive. So we have to record the course. Just have a look what we're doing here. We got one option here for the hay, so the first part of it. It's really weird because this is the first barn that I've had, and it looks like it have two options to get the hay in, which is great. It's fucking massive, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go back, and actually I'm going to draw a specific new course for this cow barn here. Okay, so I'm most likely looking around what the hell I'm supposed to do here. So go back to one of these is kind of a main road kind of a stuff. Let's follow it. Let's see how I can do this. So you can see that we've got a route already to that. We've got another route there. I'm not going to talk about that, what that is, just for now. We're going to set up another one just right next to it. I might need to reverse into this point because when it's highlighted, that's where you can actually hit the record button. That's where you want it to record it from. Okay, so yeah, you can see that we are doing it. The reason why I'm doing this now, because I need some space to turn into this barn. You just cannot turn into this barn from the road actually, because you got a fucking trailer behind you. It's just not gonna work. So let's see how we do this here. We've got our first one here, first drop off. I'm not gonna choose this for now. Not gonna set up a point of interest, let's say, a POI for this. Let's do the second one somewhere here. Yeah, that's the point. So in order to do that, you see, we have to move a bit further up because it's recording from the point, right? So whatever your name you're gonna give again, that is cow barn again. Let's do the number 1 point, and it's there. So let's get out, and interesting thing to remember again, folks. I'm trying to do a one-way system here again. So I'm not going back again to the right. We're going to the left. That means that I have to stop and have to connect my road to the already existing road. What we're gonna do here again, reverse a little bit, highlight the last one, left click and left click on the one where we have to connect it to, and that's pretty much it here. Okay. We can have a look again what John doing here right now with our grass. He's working hard. He's nearly done. So we can see that our lovely ones is just traveling around the corners here. We're gonna feed the cows now, so let's see if we can get into this. But what I'm trying to do here, folks, is to see if I've got any left turn here from this pre-made rule, because I don't think I've got any left turn set it up, which I don't. So now what I have to do, I have to connect this route to that one there on the left. Back again, the same story. You're gonna press the middle button and connect those two. But the thing is, what I'm doing here now, right, trying to back to the feed, it's too late because the tractor already planned the route, so it's just not gonna go there. It doesn't fucking wanna. So I'm gonna stop this and get the tractor back to the main road, and I'm gonna highlight, looking at the route where we are. Actually, it's not really complicated. You see, it's already looking at the dots, and now you can click on. From this moment, it's 100% that he's gonna take a fucking left here, because if not, he's fucking fired. He's sacked. But in case now, he isn't. He got this job. He's pretty good. He's pretty good at this job. Anyway, let's put it that way. So now we're gonna make our way back to the cow barn feed. The feed 1 section, we just set it up earlier. Let's see if you can do that. But most likely, guys, it's nothing can really come up now. This turn it's also normal turn, so it's not like he cannot make it, because we just did it. We did it with the same vehicle. There shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't be a problem. Oh yeah, there we go. We can make it, son. So let's see if we are at the right trigger point here with our stopping. Let's see. Yeah, there we are, and there it is. You can press I now and feed your cows. Absolutely fantastic job. Okay, so let's just have a look quickly now if it's actually working, because I haven't played with this mod yet. Oh yeah, hay is coming up. You see, we are filling up our haze, so it's great. It's absolutely fantastic, folks. So what we're gonna do with this guy here? Let's send it home for now. Home is our main entry for our farms. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, folks, we're trying to set up an actual point to this guy. So you remember this guy we just sent away, the one who just fed the cows. We're trying to set up a course for this guy to came back to the same field and just have a point of interest, so he can come back anytime here. We're gonna send him back anytime, and to continue harvesting the field. So that's where we are. You see, we have to aim for this balloon again and start the recording nicely so he can access it. And there it is, slowly, nicely recording the new path for our friend. Who is this? Is John? I think it's John. Anyway, that's it. Recording is done, and we have to connect this little balloon here to the mainland. But anyway, what is this called? It's called 54. Okay, yeah, it's called 54. So the point name is Field 54. And what is it called? What is it called? We're gonna get a name for as a waiting point, because that's what it's gonna be in. You see, guys, we connected it on a normal way. Middle button and left click on the balloons, and that's it. That's what we're doing here now. And now we're gonna send this fellow up to that point. We just created it. Let's see what he can achieve with that. It's gonna be a long journey, so I'm gonna skip that, folks. Okay, so there we are. He just arrived. So as you can see that it's if something's blocking the way to get into that point, that guy is gonna sit in that fucking tractor until you move the vehicle, which means that he's going to use all the fuel up. Okay, if you leave that for whole night, you are fucked. Okay, so we moved the tractor. He's got back. Okay, so now we've got this guy on the field. We can set this fella up for actually to do the same job as the Wind Rover. So starting from the first point, everything is set it up already. We've done that because we've done it already. So yeah, look at that. Look at that. So we're going to use the nearest waypoint because it's already started. If you don't know where is the nearest waypoint, I recommend you to start it from the first and just go again, do the whole loop until it gets to the point where it's finished. It's up to you. It's if you don't want to spend your time on it. But in our case, I was able to see where is the point where it's finished last time. So just continue the job. Absolutely fucking fantastic, fellas. So what I just remember now here, folks, that we don't have any point to put in to our hayloft. So we're gonna have to set up, choose my favorite tractor for that. We come up and now we have to select one of these little balloons here that would be okay to set up as a drop-off point, let's say, or whatever you call it. Because I don't have any trailer behind you now, it's a bit tricky where could be the triggering point. Well, let's see if it's going to work. So we gave a name for that, and all we can do is just hope for the best, right? That's what we can do. So because I don't want to waste our time here, I stop this fellow. What was his name? Patrick. I think he was Patrick. So let's stop Patrick and bring it up. His trailer, his forage wagon is not fully loaded yet, but you know, we have to test it out, right? So we're gonna set up him into the drop-off point that we just set to the hayloft. So he's on the track now. Let's wait for him. Yeah, let's wait for him. Let's go, mate. Let's go, mate. We ain't no getting any more younger, mate. Let's go. Let's go. If you don't want to get fired, just fucking go, mate. Alrighty. We are good for now. We are good for now. Let's see. What is this guy? Patrick. Yeah, that's his name. Patrick's going to do now. So obviously he's approaching our point that we just set it up, and is further down. Yeah, so we have to reverse a bit and set the point up a bit further back because the trailer is way forward. You see, that's where we can trigger the function. So we have to put these little balloons back a little bit, just a few meters. Let's test it out. Yep, is that, and that's going to work now. So we can press I and unload our lovely little trailer here. Okay, so let's set Patrick up to his point, go back to the field 54 to the waiting point, and then we're gonna tell him to continue his job. But now we're gonna get to the second and the final part of this lovely tutorial video, is where we're gonna get our harvester here. So we're gonna get our lovely Massey Ferguson harvester up to that field, to the waiting point that I've been set up already. We've got our header, a lovely corn header here. I don't even think that I've got the normal header for the other crop types here. But anyway, it's not the point now. So we have to send him up to the actual point where he's going to start our lovely journey. But I'm not sending him now because it looks like I'm driving it to that point. So what is this? It's another finicky part here, but I'll talk to you about this later on. What I'm trying to do here now, folks, is to see if I can actually reach this kind of a trailer, because sometimes the trailers are so high that you actually collide to them, and you have to buy a trailer that is actually it's not that high, but it looks like it's going to work. But still, I'm not going to use these trailers that I've got already, because they are pretty in capacity is really heavy. So I'm gonna choose something really small, so we can do the job quickly. So as you can see that I set it up a point already as a waiting point for that specific field, so I can send my my lovely harvester to that point. And I'm gonna tell you later on that why is it so important to have a waiting point for this kind of a job, where you wanna have your harvester on the field and you wanna have a tractor or even multiple tractors that waiting for the call from the harvester. So we're gonna send this lovely bad boy back to the shop actually, because I'm going to buy a new trailer for this specific job here. So what we have here, you know, Patrick is back to his field. So we've got either options started from the nearest waypoint again. I wasn't really sure where is the nearest, but you can see that now. That's the place where he stopped. But what I'm gonna do now, just you know, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna start it right here and telling Patrick that this is the nearest point and start it. And it's actually working here now. He doesn't know that he's already completed this. He's a fucking moron anyway, but he does it. So he's gonna scoop up whatever is left, if there is anything left from that field. Anyway, so our lovely harvester is back. He actually reached the field where we wanted to get to. That's the waiting point for that cornfield. And our tractor is on the way back to the shop. I've set it up a shop as a point of interest already. But this is the first thing where you start the game. Set up the point of interest for the shop, because that's where you're going back and where you're coming from, and you need to do that. And it's up and down. It's not just a single route, just to up. You need to do it both way, because you don't wanna do this. You see, guys, this is one of the funny thing is about this game that and this particular mods, because this is going to make your life easier in the game. You just don't need to drive there. And in this specific map, it will take you long minutes to drive back to the shop, folks. Long minutes. What I also need to tell you about this, you see that I was trying to pick up a trailer, a specific trailer. I don't like trailers that doesn't have a fix a point where you can latch into them. You see, this one is okay because it doesn't move, but the ones that that little point that you're latching into and it's move around, it's just so difficult to reverse, and you probably figured it out. If you do that with the worker, it's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be a goddamn nightmare, folks. Okay, so what I'm doing here, folks, is recording actually the route to the silo, because we haven't had any recorded route to the silo. So the combine harvester, or actually the worker who's getting the crops from the harvester, is nowhere to go. We don't have a route. Set it up. Okay, so here is the bad point here, fellas. So I'm setting up this route. Lovely jubbly. I'm done. I'm gonna do everything in order, but then you're gonna have a server restart, which I wasn't counting on, an automatic server restart from Night Radio, and this is going to be lost. Okay, I'm gonna lose all of this content that I'm recorded. So I'm just give you a heads up here. I have to do this again in the future. So this is where I end up now with the voice, and let's see you at the next part from here, right after when I restarted the game. So here we are back again to where John used to work on the fields, and that's another problem, that's another mistake actually that I have made, that I haven't fucking saved the field that he's been working on. So this is still a temporary field. Trust me, folks, you're gonna get into this situation. Don't worry about it. So we're gonna go again over, free headlands, all the settings actually. It's been there, it's the same thing, and then you see it's gonna be the same track again. Start again just to make sure that it's really the same course. But now I'm going to save it. Okay, we're going to save this by clicking on yes, thank you, yes please. We're gonna have a look again just to make sure What field is that? The second time, folks. Fucking 53. Yeah, that's field 53. Save the course. So in that case, we will be able to get back to it with any other vehicle, which I'm actually planning to come back with a baler. We're gonna use a baler here, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm thinking about that, but it's absolutely fantastic, folks. So our fellow here, Patrick, yeah, that's what his name, Patrick. Patrick is done again, and we're gonna send Patrick to feed the cows with this kind of crops with that he already collected here. Well, guys, I must admit that my server just got crashed here. So you can see that tractor is coming up on the second time. It's fucking disgusting. And I know that, in fact, that my silo hasn't been recorded yet. So I'm gonna have to do that again, probably. Anyway, so Patrick has done here. And we're gonna get this to the cows. And in the meantime, we've got our trailer got behind our lovely harvester here, so we can actually proceed to our last step to try out another feature of Courseplay, which is really important, really nice feature, I must say that. So that's it about the feeding the cows and cutting, mowing the grass. It all works now. You see, Patrick is able to get into its place, into its position, and release the food to these cows here, folks. Okay, so what's remaining here? So we've got this field here, folks, that John used to work with his mower. So it's nicely mowed, and we use the windrower on it, so it's nicely set up for the next step. So the next step is that we've got someone here with the baler, and the baler is going to get loaded up with the windrower course. So the baler is going to use exactly the same course as the windrower. As you can see, that right next to the baler already parked up our next friend, which is Jackson. His name is Jackson. He's going to pick up the bales once it's done. So as you can see it now, we're gonna use the already set it up field as a field 53. What is it called? 53? Yeah, it's called 53. Windrower. Set it up, load it up, and we use the first waypoint. And let's do that. Let's begin, folks. I'm not entirely sure where is exactly the first point where he needs to set. Somewhere around there. Yeah, probably right up to that second bit there. He's gonna start picking up our lovely grass here, because we need to use grass to be able to not just to bale it, to wrap it, and it will be silage. I believe it's about 24 hours, so it takes about 24 hours in game to get silage. So it does work. You can see that, guys, that he is using the same course as the windrower, therefore he's picking up the grass from the field. Absolutely marvelous. What I really recommend, guys, that you pick it up, because most of the time when he's coming back on his own course, sometimes these already made bales are on his way, so it will be a distraction, so he won't be able to continue the job. But here we are now, folks, our last part of this tutorial section, where I'm going to show you that how are you going to do that to have a harvester working on a field, and you're going to have a trailer behind him. So you're going to set up a course, as we know that usually. Pick up your course, pick up your field where you want to work on it, and you're going to have a headlamps again. That's highly recommended whenever you do. because you're going to skip the problems with the trees around the fucking trees all the time. So rest of them is the same. You're going to generate the course. Oh, and yeah, you're gonna have to deactivate that because you have to go around and circle and circle. You don't want the tractor to do any reversing maneuver, okay? You don't want that, mate. Well, that's what it is. It looking good. It's looking good because you can see that it's having these headlines. So what the other section is now here, guys? At the Autodrive system, you have to set up a point that is synchronized with the other tractor, with the trailer, that has to set up to the same place. I'm gonna have to show you that again. So in this place again, the tractor has to be set up to the same point. Obviously now he's here, so he set it up to the same point, which is field 55 waiting point, and you have to set up also on that little window that he's going to do the emptying the harvester. You see, it took some time for our combine harvester to get it moving because he was actually planning the path into the field, into the actual starting point where it's starting the harvest. Well, most of the time, folks, it's better not looking at it because it's just scary. Like, why is he fucking go down there next to the trees? Why is just not fucking following the road, right? But that's how it is, folks. I mean, he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. Trust me. But in the meantime, we're gonna pick up some of these bears because you can see it up there. You know that our tractor is just making his way, which is absolutely great. So pick up some of these because it can be a problem. You know, you can distract the other worker working because it's gonna be on his way. He's just going to stop and just sits there until you move these bears from his way. But it looks like these ones are not gonna be on his way in either case. But you know, we are just trying to be nice here. Pick up whatever we can pick up here now. So yeah, you see. Our fantastic helper, I think it's called Jackson. Oh no, Jackson. He's not Jackson because this is a new guy behind our combine harvester. Anyway, you see, I'm clicking on the second button here, which is this double combine. You're gonna set up your first option is the where the starting point is or the waiting point is, and the second one where you wanna deliver it. So, as I said, we crashed quite badly here. Earlier, well, I haven't crashed. The server just got restarted, so I have to record the way into the silo again. Just a fucking pain in the ass because I've done it already. But anyway, on the meantime, we can pick up some more bears because our combine harvest is still working. It's gonna take some time to get filled up, you know, up to the 100%, well, where actually it starts to trigger our worker to get closer to the combine and get it emptied. So in the meantime, we can do this. I can come back again a second time again. I have to stress this out second time again because of the crash. So I'm gonna record this from the main road. Another lovely little route. Pressing the middle mouse button, folks, and click on record and pretend that you got a trailer behind you. Okay, just so you turn into this section here where you think you're gonna have a trailer behind you, somewhere here. That point, it could be okay to have a name on it. Okay, but anyway, let's just connect this to the main land or to the main network of this. We know that already. Middle mouse button, folks, left click on it and left click on the next one. So this is connected now. Okay, so let's see, what do we think that would be a good option to name, because we have our imaginary trailer behind us. I mean, it looks about okay. So let's just name it as a silo, because what it is, it's a fucking silo, right? Okay, so now it's done. So what do we have to worry about here? We're gonna have to give this name to our helper. So we don't have a name for this harvester guy. So let's call the harvester fellow Naomi. Oh, no, let's call it Beyonce. Yeah, Beyonce is okay. So Beyonce is working on this place here, and this is our helper. So we're gonna get the second option as a destination, as a silo. So now everything is set up. So this guy has the same target as the waiting place as the harvester. This is the most important thing, is to have the same destination. Okay, so what's next? So you can see that our harvester is working and it's ready to rock and roll, and you can see, look at that. Our lovely helper is just actually aiming to the pipe. So it does working. It does work. So what I'm going to do now here, folks, just making another quick route around the field, because it's I believe, this is not 100%, but I believe that it helps the helper to find itself or himself around the field. So we're gonna mark a route, just a quick route around our field here, connected. We are trying to connect it to the main road, so it can help. I truly believe this is going to help. I mean, not it's going to help. I've been doing this since 2022, from the first game that I played, the FS22, and it does help me. Trust me. You can see that up there in the far. Our harvester is already rock and roll, and it's working now. And the helper is just sitting behind there. Don't get scared if your helper is making a route that is absolutely unplanned, so it's going back to the other field, going to the main roads. It's just trying to avoid from collision. It looks a bit scary sometimes, but hey, that's how it is. You see, he's trying to position himself to himself. Well, actually, that's Beyonce. So is that a man or is it a woman? We don't know these days. Trust me, guys. Okay, so what we have seen here, folks, it's our chair it's trying to, well, it's a bit of a hesitation section here, reversing and whatsoever. I don't know why it does that. If you click on actually your harvester, you will see that it's planning the path. It's all down to Autodrive and Courseplay. It does work. You know, eventually, folks, it will get to your combine, and it will be taking the grains off. Yeah, so let's do some sort of a cleaning job here. We're gonna go back to the main base and put this baler back. In the meantime, we can see that the combine harvester is back to action, so it's working. Beyonce is just fucking around somewhere, but yeah. Oh, actually, Beyonce is full now. Yeah. So she is going to the silo now. She is trying to get back to the silo, which means that first point she has to go back to the waiting section, which is our first point that you set up. You see that's there, and now from there she's going to the silo. Obviously, because it's a one-way system, she needs to go around again to the whole farm. So let's go up there and meet her up at the next to the silo. You know, let's play the part of Jay-Z and wait for Beyonce to come around the silo. I don't think any of them ever been too close to a farm or anything like this, but hey, who am I to tell you about this story? So let's go back. Okay, on the meantime, she's making her way, and we're gonna have to park this lovely John Deere baler right next to the Wind Rover here, because that's the next spot, I believe so. I know most of you would be park this stuff on a more precise way. Okay, I'm lazy here now. I've been up for the next plus 6 hours, so let's just have this done here, folks. The harvester is still working, which is fantastic because it's not full yet, but we will get a notification from the Courseplay system that it has to be taken care about because it's full. So unloaded. But here it is. So Beyonce making her way to our silo. It's absolutely fucking slow here because of me. Anyway, I cut it off. So let's go. This is our last point here, folks. Okay, she's making it. She's milking it now. Seriously, folks. Go just a little bit. There we go. Oh, there we are. It does work. So we set it up our point as a silo at the right place because it's working. The automated system can trigger itself, which is great. It's gonna take some time to the hydraulic system to go back to its normal position, and then Beyonce can make her way back to the field 55, so she can get back to the harvester again. Yes, there we are again. This is our cornfield. Beyonce just reached the point, and she's on the way. She's on her way again to the harvester because the harvester is ready to offload whatever it needs to offload. Okay, this is over 18 content here, folks. Well, okay, guys. So this is it. This is my sort of a comprehensive tutorial about Autodrive and Courseplay. There is many more features of that, but once you know these two, you can set up the rest of them easily. You don't need to watch another video to set the rest of them. You can set up your combine, get into another silos that's actually created by the game on the original maps. And just to mention that, folks, this is a modded map, and it does work on the modded map, which is great. Okay, which is great. So thanks for watching. Okay, we will be back again with a different tutorial session for Farm Simulator 25. But thanks for watching. My name is Kopsha, and you've been watching Chaos Brigade. Thank you.